Hi, Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 steps to increasing your consciousness. So increasing your consciousness, it's something that I've become so much more aware of probably since we've been in the pandemic, and I've had time to sit and think and become aware of my thought processes and what's going on around me, and it just feels really good to have an increased consciousness. And I suppose the definition is individual state of awareness of their environment, their thoughts, their feelings, or their sensations. And I'm thinking that, it's a bit of a broad statement, but there are an awful lot of people who aren't aware of any of that. They just do what they do on a day-to-day basis and don't think about what's going on in their head, in their body. And I think it's just really useful to be able to do that because, if you've got, a really high consciousness, then you can start to change the world, which is an interesting statement in itself. So the 4 steps that we can do is, the first one is to awaken. So that's about pausing, being quiet, noticing what's going on in your surroundings, what's going on in your body, what's going on everywhere really. And the second step is to live mindfully. So that's about paying attention to things that happen, being on purpose to do that, so having a purpose of noticing things, being present, and just sitting with what's going on and having no judgment or taking any action. And I'm sure there'll be quite a lot of you that have done some mindfulness. The third one is to just set an intention. So setting an intention of who you want to be, rather than what you're going to do. So who do you want to be? And I think some of the major decisions that I've made in my life recently are because I wasn't being who I wanted to be, and now I can be who I want to be. And that's about me noticing what I wanted and what I didn't, and who I was and who I wanted to be. And then the 4th one is about acting consciously. So when you act consciously, you have that positive intention to have a positive impact, and do your best for the world rather than just for yourself. So acting consciously to do that. So if you want to increase your consciousness, so awaken yourself, live mindfully, set an intention about who you want to be, and then take the action which is the best for the world. If you find anything that's getting in your way and stopping you from doing that, if you want to hasten that journey, and you have some beliefs maybe or some values that aren't helpful, or some experiences that you've had in the past that make this quite difficult, then get in touch, because we can sort that out so that you can make more difference to the world and to yourself and become really conscious. So that's me, Dr. Bridget. I'll see you next week. Bye.